Here's Daf Yomi Yerushalmi. In the article Oz V'Hadar edition, we're in Yerushalmi Kilayim. Article Oz V'Hadar edition, we're on Daf Ayin Zayin Amud Aleph, the third line down. Mastisa Pliga Rav. And in the Vilna, we are on Daf Mem base, and sorry, right in the middle of the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's about 20 lines down. And the first word in the line is Masnisa. Masnisa Pliga Rav. The line before says, Karim Sosos Mutter. Masnisa Pliga Rav. Another Bryce seems to argue Rav, or Mishnah actually, which says, the spasm most of the Neabot Zora. If a person has, and Rav, of course, said that marriage sign is also even Chadri Chadorim. So in the spasm also of Avodah Zarah, if your money's scattered in front of Avodah Zarah, lo yesh shochem makton, you should not bend down and gather them. You shouldn't be look like you're bowing out to Avodah Zarah. If it's a private place, mutter. So it seems that it's in Chadri Chadorim. The sign that should be is mutter. Another masnisa pliga rav. Partu b'shem etim mayim b'krachim. If you have water fountains which come out of partsufim, come out of faces, which presumably could be construed as avodah zarah, like so water comes out of the mouth of that face. Lo yitei piv al piv. You shouldn't put your mouth on that mouth. Shlo yikim nashka avodah zarah. It shouldn't be look like you're kissing avodah zarah. If you may malkam so no mutter. If it's a good place, okay. Masnisa pliga rav. Following Mishnah is rav. Ain't shoktim meguma. You can't sit shecht into a hole, because that was everything in form of bringing sacrificing to avodah zarah by having the shechting and I guess letting the blood pour directly into a hole. So what? But of course you want to drain the blood, right? Also gumasoch beso, but you can make a hole in your house. In other words, in private. Right? And then b'shul kos dam for the blood to go into. Over shuk lo yes, okay. It's in the marketplace. You shouldn't do it. Shelo yichakes, meaning not to copy the heretics who do that for their idolatrous or heretical purposes. Masnisa b'Rav Rav, another case, which is Rav Hikilu Chatzar Chitzoina Shoychem B'Chama. It says that if you when you reach your outer courtyard and your clothing is wet, so then you're allowed to stretch it out in order to dry. But not opposite people. So you're allowed to straighten it up, but not opposite people, because it's going to look like you did your laundry on Shabbos. So therefore, you can't do it in public to dry it out, but you can dry it out in private. Masnisa b'Rav Rav. The other case is Rav Rav. If you have a sewer which is covered like a pipe, 4 amas of shus rabim. Ain't shom v'dol mayim b'Shabbos. You can't spill water into Shabbos. Go out to shus rabim. Because it looks like you're carrying 4 amas in the shus rabim. V'im as chela, but it was completely underground. So it wasn't just a covered sewer, but it was completely underground. So then it's okay. Then he was saying mutar ugas geshamim mutar, and if water is anyway pouring, there's I guess some sort of drainage ditch which gathers the rainwater. I'm sorry, where's the ugas? Onas geshamim. Onas mutar is mutar in the rainy season, because ugas geshamim. Sorry about that. Onas geshamim is mutar. In other words, in the rainy season, people can't tell that it's your water, which is going to shus rabim. Tzinoras mekalchin asurim. But even in the winter, when it's rainy, it's also when people see it's spurting out of a pipe. Tani bar kapara ima makam tsanua, if the water was spurting out of a pipe in a secluded place, mutar. Elin pleading al Rav. All these cases argue on Rav. The leis lahun kiyum. The way the way the Reb Chaim explains it, it means that there is no way to reconcile the Rav with all these statements. The Gillian Hashas says that Hainu Deleslum Kium Lakonani Brisos Neged Rav Uze Kamar Leslum Kium Leslahon Kium Velo Leis Lekium Valken Pasku Kulam Kirav. So all of them are passing like Rav. Leis Lahon Kium. We reject all the all Brisos, obviously, not Mishnayos, my mistake, because we reject them before Rav, in front of Rav. And the brings out Karman Ada in Erevin. Said Hada. He fleek ala paiskim shaloi view divrei Yerushalmi elu. He was astonished that the Yerushalmi, they don't bring down this Yerushalmi. That which because he understood that that this Yerushalmi is saying we don't pass like Rav in all these cases. But the Shas says no, we do pass like Rav. Leis lehon kiyum. We reject the prices because of Rav's opinion. Okay, B'Karek Sos is mutter. Well, we said already that in B'Karek Sos, which are Chadrei Chadorim, it's okay. It says Hadar the Tema Berekon. This story about if it is if they're empty. The Avobimali Osir. But if they're full, they are usher. So the shot is that if it's empty, so it's not going to curve around your head. But if it's full, it's like has whatever it has, it's like feathers, whatever. It's usher because when you put your hand, when your head sinks in the pillow is encompassing your head, and it's like you're wearing them. B'nasan agabe mistava. Also, it has to be that even if it's empty, it's on a plank, so it's not going to sink down when you lie on it. Havonasan agabe mita, but if it's on a bed, after the rekon also, even if it's empty, it's also. Hare, because it's going to bend over again, encompass your head. Hare she'amak b'shukmanim salabush kilayim. You're walking in the marketplace and you found that they're wearing kilayim. Trei amoraim, two amoraim. One says Charamar Osir. Now that's where the kind of take it off right then and there. Charamar Mutter. The other one says Mutter. You don't have to take it off. You can wear it to get to a secluded place. Mandamar Osir Dvar Torah. You said it's Osir Dvar Torah. It's a deraisa. You can continue. Mandamar Mutter says Mutter Kidam Rabbi Zir Gadol Cover Brios Shudoichas a mitzvah below Sasesho Achas. Cover Brios is so great that for temporarily we suspend the Issa Torah in order that you should be able to retain your dignity. Which I'm not sure if the Bavli brings on the cheetah. I think the Bavli just brings on the cheetah that you have to take it off immediately. See anybody discussing it here. Okay. I don't. I think in the Bobby only the sheep goes down. Might be mistaken. Of course, I think so. Tani, we learned aim medakti came the mace. Beloved Kilayim ba bias. The base of matter. Sorry. So the shot here is where we don't tell the Kohanim who are learning in the yeshiva to go from the base of matter if there's a mace there. And the Mepharshim say, the poskim say, it says Reb Chaim, this is only whether it's Tumah D'Rabbanan. So that's where the mace is in a different room, which is closed, even though it's eventually going to come out through the base medrash, and therefore it's also D'Rabbanan because it's Sof Tumah Lo Tzeis. You don't alert the Kohanim. They can continue sitting, which is obviously somewhat parallel to Kavod Abrios, and also be Kilayim. The base medrash, you don't tell somebody who's wearing in the sitting base medrash is wearing Kilayim. Again, it's a Kavod Abrios, but the Reb Chaim says specifically about Kilayim D'Rabbanan, not Kilayim D'Oraisa. So though according to Rabbi Zira, it's probably like Kilayim D'Oraisa, but according to the way we paskin, it's only by Kilayim D'Rabbanan. Rabbi Yossi Masni. Rabbi Yossi sitting and teaching. Vavatam and Misa, and there was a body there, a dead body. So Madinafik lay Lamar Klum. Those who left, he didn't say anything to them. In other words, he didn't tell them not to go out. Mandi Yosef and those who remained, also Lamar Klum. We didn't say anything to them. Just like we just said, that we don't tell people to leave. Again, we're talking about where it is a D'Rabbanan issue of Tumah. Rabbi Yami Avi Yossi Masnei. Rabbi Yami was sitting and teaching. So one of his students said to another one, "At Lovish Kilayim, you're wearing Kilayim." Amalei Rabbi Ami Rabbi said, "Shlach Monach Yoivle." You know what? You told him, you take off your garments and give your garments to him, and you'll sit without your garments. So this is you shouldn't have told him. And it sounds like even by the Raisa, you should not tell him until it's some place where he can be maybe Nisayon and actually take them off. Okay. Tani ain't arai b'kilayim b'beis hamikdash. No temporary with kind of beis hamikdash. In other words, immediately as soon as the Kohen finished the avodah, he has to take off his big day kunim which are kilayim. I have a tiny Kohen shezaberim chavero imi fligo ton tefillah. If a Kohen went out to speak with his friend, if it took a long time, he has to go to the Hesach Hadas, he has to go to the mikveh before he goes back to work. In Lashav, it's temporary. Ton kilush yadayim reglaim. It's he goes only because kilush yadayim reglaim, but not mikveh. But we see he's going out in the middle talking. He's still wearing his kilayim, no? So it's more no. Kamba big day zah, kamba big day lavan. It's in the big day Zav, Kohen Gadol, there's Kilayim, and he has to take it off immediately. The big day Lavan, and Kohen Hetiot, he doesn't have to take off because there's no Kilayim, as long as he's not wearing the Avnate. The Avnate he has to take off, of course, because the Avnate is Kilayim. According to the opinion that's the Avnate was Kilayim. Lo Yaleh Alecha, it says Kilayim should not be upon you. Mutatzia Tachtecha, it would seem that, okay, you can't put it on top of you because it's warming you, but sounds like under you is okay. And we in fact we said by karmic sauces, as long as they're not stuffed, you can put it underneath it. Amram Chacham said the lo yasakain sholte anima achas olam. Sorry, you shouldn't do it because lest you one of the things you're sitting on, the lying on, or one of the threads curls up, part of it curls up, and it becomes like a garment on you, and therefore you have to. You have to, Chazal said, except on very restricted conditions, if they only wear the karmic says, because karmic will go flat, totally flat, you should not lie down on kilayim either. And now we're on top of that, so we will stop here.